Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
Time for Mechanicsburg High School Wildcat Athletics, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com and now on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe and follow Wildcat Athletics at Go Mechanicsburg on YouTube, available on all smart devices. Wildcat Athletics is presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, Bobby Rahal Automotive Group, Charity Kastner RSR Realtors, your neighborhood Chick-fil-A at Shepherdstown Crossing, Lawnscapes Inc., Members First Federal Credit Union, Operation Wildcat, OSS Health, now with 2 locations on the West Shore, Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department, RBC Wealth Management and the Turnbridge Group, Renewed Hearing Solutions, Sheets, Snappers Bar and Grill, Seth Gardner State Farm, your Harrisburg True Green Lawn Care, Westshire Decks, servicing all of Central PA, the Wildcat Foundation, and Wolf Brewing Company. Now, let's head out to the contest and the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth on GoMechanicsburg.com.
With the call, here's the voice of the Wildcats, Ben Shad.
We're here at Conestoga High School here in Berwyn, Pennsylvania for the first round of the PIAA 6A Boys Basketball Championship, featuring the number 1 seed out of District 1, the Conestoga Pioneers, and the number 6 seed out of District 3, the Mechanicsburg Wildcats. Ben Shad here to bring you all the action. You're looking at a coach's eye view of today's stream. It's expected to be a packed to the brim house here in Conestoga High School. Every seat expected to be filled. I myself am in the corner here at the gymnasium. Kevin Nutt right by the scorer's table. He's going to be right next to Coach Gaffey for practically the entirety of this game. It's going to be a fun one here in the opening round of the PIAA 6A State Tournament. Mechanicsburg 22-5 overall in the season, 20-3 in the eyes of the PIAA. The Conestoga Pioneers 21-5, 12-5 in the Central Athletic League. Mechanicsburg 13-1 in the Mid-Penn Keystone. As both teams, or I should say Mechanicsburg right now warming up, Conestoga still in the locker room. We're going to go ahead and go to that pregame conversation with head coach Mike Gaffey, and we'll be right back with tip-off and starting fives right after this on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Hey there, Wildcat fans. It's Mike Garland, voice of Wildcat Athletics. And that map you're looking at and those little blue pin drops, they represent the central Pennsylvania locations of our broadcast partners. From our presenting sponsor, 11 Oaks Farms, to the south and west in Newville, to one of our newest partners, True Green Lawn Care on the East Shore in Middletown, and everywhere in between. These are community-oriented businesses, and their dollars are supporting Wildcat Athletics. So in turn, fans, I ask you to support them. Pick up the phone and price their services. Shop in their store locations. Tell them you heard about it during a broadcast of Wildcat Athletics. You can go to GoMechanicsburg.com right now and click on the live stream tab to learn more about each one of these great central Pennsylvania businesses. We thank them for their support, and I encourage you to support them in turn.
Does your property need a little TLC? Call Lawnscapes Inc. of Mechanicsburg today at 717-697-1833 and see how Wes Moret and his team can transform or maintain your residential or commercial property. From hardscapes to yard services of all types, tree and shrub service and more, this locally owned and operated business has you covered. Call today for your free estimate. Lawnscapes Inc. at 717-697-1833. That's 717-697-1833.
We are dedicated to serving our members, associates, and communities because they give us purpose. We know we are stronger when we come together as one. We believe financial literacy is a key tool for personal well-being, economic stability, and a more secure financial future for everyone. And we are committed to providing all with access to financial wellness resources. We strive to deliver unparalleled experiences for our members through every moment and milestone. We are built by will, forged by people, and powered by a proud member experience.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Seth Gardner for your personal price plan today.
This is you. And this is us. Hi, we're True Green. We're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. That means we'll give you a pro-level lawn guaranteed. That's a satisfaction guarantee. That's a price match guarantee. That's a guarantee on top of your guarantee. So you can do less of this and more of this.
A deck where memories are made, barbecues are grilled, and sunsets are savored. But let's face it, not all decks are created equal. Enter Westshire Decks. We're not your average deck builders. Precision is our mantra. We don't just build decks, we craft outdoor living spaces tailored to your dreams. With Westshire Decks, you get seasoned experts who know decks inside and out. So why settle for a deck that's just okay when you can have one that's extraordinary? Westshire Decks, where craftsmanship meets creativity. Give us a call today and come see how we are different.
The Wildcat Foundation is Mechanicsburg Area School District's education foundation. Established in 1998, the foundation raises and distributes funds that support students in education, wellness, cultural awareness, and athletics. The Wildcat Foundation has also awarded hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships to support students' higher education. Learn more and donate today at wildcatfoundation.org. Wolf Brewing Company in Mechanicsburg, established in 2021 as a family and pet-friendly social experience, offers food and drink options for the community from the community. Family owned by Wildcat graduates, Wolf Brewing Company is just off South Market Street in the all-new Legacy Park. Stop in before, during, or after the game for food crafted from the freshest local ingredients, plus many award-winning drinks made on site. Wolf Brewing Company, 100 Legacy Park Drive, Suite 400, online at wolfbrewingco.com or call 717-590-7917.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Coach's Corner, presented by the Wildcat Foundation. I'm Ben Shad. Today, I'm joined by boys basketball head coach Mike Gaffey. Coach, thank you for your time. And folks, you know it's serious when it's state playoffs. Coach is here in full uniform, Coach. This is a little bit of a treat for us pregame.
Listen, it's March Madness, Ben.
Absolutely is.
So let's enjoy the madness.
Well, let's go back first to that fifth place game. It was a little bit of a slow start against those Wilson Bulldogs, and it was also a very weird environment. For me, it felt very similar to last year's season finale against Shaler in that big gym in Altoona. Just didn't feel right when you walked in there, at least for me. Right. But your team still made it a contest in that fourth quarter, coming close to a comeback. What do you take away from that final frame, especially with the way that game went for the first three quarters, to make it a contest that late in a fifth-place game? What's your takeaway from that?
Well, Ben, I think one of the things that's been happening in 6A is we've been running into some taller bodies on the interior first. And then secondly, I think some of the teams in 6A are willing to play a slower pace. And I think we're just going to have to be more conscious of being valuing every possession and getting exactly what we're looking for, depending on what the game plan is for each night. So, the other thing walking away was they were the Berks County champs, and I followed them on Twitter over the summer, and they went down to Allentown and won the tournament down there. That's a pretty good basketball team, and like you said, the environment for a consolation game, and then just beating Cumberland Valley, you're right, it didn't feel right. But you got to take the ups and the downs, and one of the things that we're noticing is in 6A, the margin for error has definitely slimmed down.
Well, that second half, your team responded again, and this time it was Josh Smith. He seemed to finally take over in a game. It's been a while since we've seen him do that. Before, you talk about the Josh Smith of last year, really even 2 years ago, that seemed to be his MO. Go into every game, take over, score points. This year, obviously a little bit more sharing of the ball, everybody contributing. But that second half, we saw a little bit of shades of the old Josh Smith. Do you have any idea what possessed him to really lead the charge in that comeback?
I think he just sort of sensed that, we needed him to do some extra things. And that's one of the things that's so great about him is he enjoys that challenge. And then while he's doing all that, again, these guys are the Berks County champs. This is a seasoned team that was, definitely looked at, as one of the top 5 or 6 in District 3. So, it was good to see that from him, and we're hoping to carry that into our next game as well.
Well, speaking of carrying over into the next game, you did something that game that kind of concerned me a little bit of a broadcaster, and I think other people noticed it around the school too, is the fact that you only used 2 of your timeouts, and the 30-second ones as well. Are you going to whip out some 60-second passes out of your pocket and going into the next game with extras? What happened, Coach?
Well, it was a consolation game, and one of the things I wanted our guys to do is that was a teaching moment. So when the other team goes on a run, it's nice when you have a senior group like that, let them figure it out and see if they can figure it out. So from a basketball standpoint, that was the strategy behind that. And again, going through the season, one of the reasons that I always choose to use timeouts early in the game is I've seen so many games as a scout or as a fan where there's things that happen in the second or third quarter of a game that whether it's our team or whether it's another team, where you see something needs to be addressed. And I had a coach that told my father a long time ago, if you want somebody to do something, you must tell them. So I decided to start doing that. So even the game, I forget, it was Cumberland Valley, and Josh was on the line. We were +4, and he hit the first one. And I said to Coach Ross, let's take one. He's like, well, why don't you wait till he makes the second? I'm like, well, we're not guaranteed he's going to make a second. And there was something that happened the last time down where they found some sort of niche in their offense that they were going to go to again. And I said, let's address this right now. And if Josh doesn't make the second one, so be it. But I think we needed to talk about this right here and now. Somehow there was a switch where Chance ended up on Bazulka or something, and we didn't do it right. And one of the things with Cumberland Valley is they'll go back to the same play if they notice you're not. So a lot of times that's why I use them. And I just figured with a consolation game against a good team like that, let the guys figure it out and see how it goes.
Well, you mentioned the March Madness at the top of our discussion here. There's going to be plenty of people in a couple of weeks from now who are going to be screaming at their TVs, wondering, why didn't you take the time out there? Right. So I don't blame you one bit. So thank you, Coach. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, we'll preview tonight's matchup with the Conestoga Pioneers. We'll be right back with Coach's Corner, presented by the Wildcat Foundation on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
Craig was in the Rockies and had to cut his ski trip short because he was having severe knee pain. Lauren came in, she was really discouraged. She had tried 3 months of therapy, nothing was working. She really wanted to get back to volleyball.
We found that he had severe arthritis in both knees and his hip.
She needed shoulder arthroscopy with slap and posterior labral repair.
Simultaneous bilateral total knee replacements.
6 months of recovery and Lauren's back, happy as ever.
3 months after his final surgery, Craig sent us pictures of him skiing the Rocky Mountains. And that's what makes our job here at OSS Health so fulfilling.
Operation Wildcat is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to pool the resources in our community to help our school district students, families, and staff members in need. We'll take your new or gently used back-to-school items, bikes, books, clothing, dresses and suits, furniture, Halloween costumes, gifts for the holiday, Christmas tree decorations, pennies, socks, underwear, Thanksgiving food, toothbrushes and toothpaste, and yard sale items. Learn more at OperationWildcat.org and go Wildcats.
Elevate your everyday with the Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department. Immerse yourself in a world of excitement and discovery. From adrenaline-pumping sports to serene outdoor escapes, we've got your perfect recreation blend. Join us for fitness, family fun, and fantastic experiences. Unleash your inner adventurer. It's time for a thrilling escape. Visit mbgsd.org and click on the Recreation tab. Or drop by your office at the Trails and Trees Environmental Center. Mechanicsburg Area Recreation, where every moment is a new adventure.
At Bobby Rahal, it's about doing the right thing, starting with our vision, that clients deserve great service at a fair price. We understand this can only happen with great team members. Doing what's right includes supporting local charities, youth sports, and first responders. It extends to the environment and why we reclaim rainwater for car washes and recycle used oil. We want to thank our loyal clients for recognizing us by voting Bobby Rahal simply the best of Harrisburg for 21 years in a row. Experience the Bobby Rahal difference and find out more at BobbyRahal.com.
The Turnbridge Group at RBC Wealth Management are proud supporters of Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. When you're faced with tough business, personal, and financial decisions, turn to the Turnbridge Group. They specialize in retirement planning and complex financial situations as their team helps you define and attain your goals, all while building a strong and caring relationship with you. Advisors Tim Engel, Jonathan Stow, and Nick Hansen are available for your call today. The Turnbridge Group, part of the community and for the community. Visit them online at turnbridgegroup.com or call 717-724-4225.
I needed a change in my life. I wanted to be closer to my grandchildren. I was not hearing what the kids were saying. I fly hot air balloons and I couldn't hear leaks. There was time to take care of my hearing. As soon as I met Marianne at Renewed Hearing Solutions, she made me feel so comfortable. My life has improved so much since I got hearing aids. It was the best thing I've ever done. I would highly recommend Renewed Hearing Solutions.
Get back in the conversation. Call Renewed Hearing Solutions today.
Are you on the hunt for a new home? Maybe you're a growing family looking to expand your living situation, or you find your current space too large and you're simply looking to downsize. Whatever your needs, contact Charity Kastner, Realtor with RSR Realtors today. Charity knows the local real estate market and she will find the right home for you. Charity Kastner isn't just a Mechanicsburg-based realtor, she's a Mechanicsburg mom. And after all, mother knows best. Just ask her kids. Make the move today by calling Charity Kastner at 717-557-9312 or rsrrealtors.com to find your first or next home sweet home.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville and GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome you back here to Coach's Corner, presented by the Wildcat Foundation. Ben Chad here, boys basketball head coach Mike Gaffey. Coach, you're set to face off against a team in Conestoga that I think on paper is very similar to yours from last year. This is a group of experienced athletes winning a district championship for the first time in a while for them with skill and hustle. Not a lot of size when you look at them on paper. What's your take on the Pioneers?
Everybody I've talked to said they're well coached and well disciplined. And I went down with my son to see him last Friday against Plymouth Whitemarsh at St. Joe's. And it was a fantastic game. They ended up beating Plymouth Whitemarsh in overtime. And again, here's this 6A tendency that I'm noticing. Plymouth Whitemarsh had a 6'10 guy, so Conestoga, and they'll do it against us too because they've done it against other teams, they'll go old school 4 corners. And so Plymouth Whitemarsh, behind in that game, had to take their 6'10" guy out of the game because he couldn't guard out away from the basket. So they're well coached, well disciplined. They have a 6'4" guy. They step out, throw him the ball at the top of the key. You'll see it on the telecast. And then they have a series of curl screens and backdoors that they do. Just real patient. And, they were fantastic in that game against Plymouth Whitemarsh. So they're doing some things right. And it starts with the coach, and you can tell that they're organized. Beat Lampeter Strasburg 57-37 earlier in the year. So they're solid.
Sounds like to me, at least from everything that you're discussing, it sounds like the guys who are going to come away with the steals will be a real big difference maker in this one. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I am envisioning, I can see myself kind of in the court now, and that like if Elijah can really become a pest and throw them off their game, or if Josh can do his usual thing of pickpocketing guys left and right, throw everybody else kind of on the inside to stuff them, that might be the key to success early on. Not trying to give away your game plan or nothing, right. But at least in my mind, when you say, old school, very patient, you kind of need guys out there to go ahead and disrupt that rhythm, get them off their game. And Elijah Bay is the first one that comes to mind. He had a pretty good game against Wilson, too. He was able to come away with some great steals, really made some big hustle plays, keep possession to get you guys back in it. Do you think maybe he's due for a big game here?
I think Elijah's always been dependable. I think all of our guys are due, and the one that Conestoga shoots the ball really well. They have really nobody you can help off of. So that's going to be the issue as you're watching the game. You'll be able to tell in the first quarter and a half if they're hitting their threes with the way they run their patient offense. They're going to be a tough out. If they're not hitting their threes, and we're working on some things to disrupt some of their intricacies right now, then that'll work in our favor. So I think the threes will decide it for sure. If they're on, they're pretty good. When they're not, then there's been some games this year where they're not. I mean, you live by the three, die by the three. That we should be right in it till the end.
The district tournament was your team's kind of first real foray in consistent 6A basketball. How do you think your team handled it so far, and what are the differences between the games that you played recently in the district tournament and against the familiar opponents you faced for the past couple of years during the regular season?
It's a good question. One of the things that I keep thinking about driving home every night now is now that we're in 6A, I think, it's kind of hard to change the way you play now. And we've made a few subtle adjustments for the game, but I think, there's a low scoring, value the ball, each possession type of style in 6A that I think we're going to have to not just get used to, but I think in some instances during the game we're going to have to adopt. I think in 5A, we could run up and down and shoot and defend and have lots of possessions. And I think we're going to have to just sort of feel this out. But that's one of the things I've been noticing is we're going to have to be very, very good in our half-court offense moving forward as we continue to be a participant in 6A.
All right, well, Coach Gaffey, thank you so much to your time. Best of luck to you and the team as always, folks. This has been Coach's Corner presented by the Wildcat Foundation. When we come back, I'll welcome you into the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth for starting lineups and tip-off. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Hey there, Wildcat fans. It's Mike Garland, voice of Wildcat Athletics. And that map you're looking at and those little blue pin drops, They represent the central Pennsylvania locations of our broadcast partners. From our presenting sponsor, 11 Oaks Farms, to the south and west in Newville, to one of our newest partners, True Green Lawn Care on the East Shore in Middletown, and everywhere in between, these are community-oriented businesses and their dollars are supporting Wildcat Athletics. So in turn, fans, I ask you to support them. Pick up the phone and price their services. Shop in their store locations. Tell them you heard about it during a broadcast of Wildcat Athletics. You can go to GoMechanicsburg.com right now and click on the live stream tab to learn more about each one of these great central Pennsylvania businesses. We thank them for their support, and I encourage you to support them in turn.
Does your property need a little TLC? Call Lawnscapes Inc. of Mechanicsburg today at 717-697-1833 and see how Wes Moret and his team can transform or maintain your residential or commercial property. From hardscapes to yard services of all types, tree and shrub service and more, this locally owned and operated business has you covered. Call today for your free estimate. Lawnscapes Inc. at 717-697-1833. That's 717-697-1833.
We are dedicated to serving our members, associates, and communities because they give us purpose. We know we are stronger when we come together as one. We believe financial literacy is a key tool for personal well-being, economic stability, and a more secure financial future for everyone. And we are committed to providing all with access to financial wellness resources. We strive to deliver unparalleled experiences for our members through every moment and milestone. We are built by will, forged by people, and powered by a proud member experience.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Seth Gardner for your personal price plan today.
This is you. And this is us. Hi, we're True Green. We're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. That means we'll give you a pro-level lawn guaranteed. That's a satisfaction guarantee. That's a price match guarantee. That's a guarantee on top of your guarantee. So you can do less of this and more of this.
A deck where memories are made, barbecues are grilled, and sunsets are savored. But let's face it, not all decks are created equal. Enter Westshire Decks. We're not your average deck builders. Precision is our mantra. We don't just build decks, we craft outdoor living spaces tailored to your dreams. With Westshire Decks, you get seasoned experts who know decks inside and out. So why settle for a deck that's just okay when you can have one that's extraordinary? Westshire Decks, where craftsmanship meets creativity. Give us a call today and come see how we are different.
The Wildcat Foundation is Mechanicsburg Area School District's education foundation. Established in 1998, the foundation raises and distributes funds that support students in education, wellness, cultural awareness, and athletics. The Wildcat Foundation has also awarded hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships to support students' higher education. Learn more and donate today at wildcatfoundation.org. Wolf Brewing Company in Mechanicsburg, established in 2021 as a family and pet-friendly social experience, offers food and drink options for the community from the community. Family owned by Wildcat graduates, Wolf Brewing Company is just off South Market Street in the all-new Legacy Park. Stop in before, during, or after the game for food crafted from the freshest local ingredients, plus many award-winning drinks made on site. Wolf Brewing Company, 100 Legacy Park Drive, Suite 400, online at wolfbrewingco.com or call 717-590-7917.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville and GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome you back here to Conestoga High School here in Berwyn, Pennsylvania, the site of the first round of the PIAA 6A Boys Basketball State Championship featuring the Mechanicsburg Wildcats and the Conestoga Pioneers. We're just a couple moments away from tip-off. Both teams getting out there on the floor and warming up. You're getting a coach's eye view of Mechanicsburg going through their warm-ups right now. Conestoga to our cameras right. Ben Shad here in the corner, right in front of the speaker in this gymnasium, so I apologize if I'm going to be yelling throughout this broadcast, but it is a packed house here in Conestoga. They've actually made multiple announcements throughout the gymnasium to ask people to pack it in because they have sold each and every single ticket possible for this one. These Pioneers fans, they're used to success. They've garnered some state championships in recent years in different sports, including most recently field hockey, which I actually had the honor of covering for the NFHS Network. They won it in overtime against their rivals in Villa Maria, who they lost to in district championships. These boys basketball players for the Pioneers looking to carry through, already district champions of District 1 at a record of 21-5 overall on the season, looking to carry the Cinderella run, if you will. They entered the district tournament as a 5 seed, looking to continue into the state tournament. Mechanicsburg, their first foray into 6A, got them in here as a 6 seed out of District 3. As a conversation with Coach Gaffey and I had just moments ago, very tough for Mechanicsburg, a lot to learn, especially in slowing down the game. It'll be interesting to see how both teams attack this one going forward. Let's go ahead and go over the starting fives for you real quick. First for the Pioneers, a 5'11 junior guard wearing number 2, Rowan Miller. A 6'5 senior two-way player wearing number 14, Sam Gibbs. A 6'1 senior guard wearing number 21, Ben Robinson. A 6'1 junior player wearing number 23, Shane O'Brien. And the 6'4 junior forward wearing number 32, Corey Hogan. The Pioneers are coached by Sean Forsyne, assistants by Sean Bevan, Keefe Gitto, Evan Medley, and Doug Yakielka. For Mechanicsburg, their starting five, it's the one that we are known and used to in Mechanicsburg. The 6'2 senior guard wearing number 0, Chance Yanoski. The 6'even senior forward wearing number 1, Josh Smith. The 6'1 senior two-way player wearing number 2, Liam Owens. The senior 5'10 player wearing number 5, Elijah Bea. And the 6'even senior guard wearing number 25, Justin Bardo. The Wildcats are coached by Mike Gaffey. We'll be seeing a lot of him today, considering that camera is going to be right next to him. Assistants from Perry Owens, Kevin Fuller, Joe Forlizzi, and Patrick Ross. We already know who these two teams are going to be playing going forward. Hazleton area, a record of 12-12 entering the tournament. Ended up getting back over 500 and beating Northampton area, the second-place team out of District 11, to advance to the second round. So it will be a neutral site game between the winner of this one and Hazleton area on Wednesday, March 12th. We're going to go ahead and take another break. When we come back, we will have anthems, announcements, and tip-off for you here from Conestoga High School right here on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
Craig was in the Rockies and had to cut his ski trip short because he was having severe knee pain.
Lauren came in, she was really discouraged. She had tried 3 months of therapy, nothing was working. She really wanted to get back to volleyball.
We found that he had severe arthritis in both knees and his hip.
She needed shoulder arthroscopy with slap and posterior labral repair.
Simultaneous bilateral total knee replacements.
6 months of recovery and Lauren's back, happy as ever.
3 months after his final surgery, Craig sent us pictures of him skiing the Rocky Mountains. And that's what makes our job here at OSS Health so fulfilling.
Operation Wildcat is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to pool the resources in our community to help our school district students, families, and staff members in need. We'll take your new or gently used back-to-school items, bikes, books, clothing, dresses and suits, furniture, Halloween costumes, gifts for the holiday, Christmas tree decorations, pennies, socks, underwear, Thanksgiving food, toothbrushes and toothpaste, and yard sale items. Learn more at OperationWildcat.org and go Wildcats.
Elevate your everyday with the Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department. Immerse yourself in a world of excitement and discovery. From adrenaline-pumping sports to serene outdoor escapes, we've got your perfect recreation blend. Join us for fitness, family fun, and fantastic experiences. Unleash your inner adventurer. It's time for a thrilling escape. Visit mbgsd.org and click on the Recreation tab, or drop by our office at the Trails and Trees Environmental Center. Mechanicsburg Area Recreation, where every moment is a new adventure.
At Bobby Ray Hall, it's about doing the right thing. starting with our vision that clients deserve great service at a fair price. We understand this can only happen with great team members. Doing what's right includes supporting local charities, youth sports, and first responders. It extends to the environment and why we reclaim rainwater for car washes and recycle used oil. We want to thank our loyal clients for recognizing us by voting Bobby Ray Hall simply the best of Harrisburg for 21 years in a row. Experience the Bobby Ray Hall difference and find out more at bobbyrayhall.com.
The Turnbridge Group at RBC Wealth Management are proud supporters of Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. When you're faced with tough business, personal, and financial decisions, turn to the Turnbridge Group. They specialize in retirement planning and complex financial situations as their team helps you define and attain your goals, all while building a strong and caring relationship with you. Advisors Tim Engel, Jonathan Stow, and Nick Hansen are available for your call today. The Turnbridge Group, part of the community and for the community. Visit them online at turnbridgegroup.com or call 717-724-4225.
I needed a change in my life. I wanted to be closer to my grandchildren. I was not hearing what the kids were saying. I fly hot air balloons and I couldn't hear leaks. It was time to take care of my hearing. As soon as I met Mary Ann at Renewed Hearing Solutions, she made me feel so comfortable. My life has improved so much since I got hearing aids. It was the best thing I've ever done. I would highly recommend Renewed Hearing Solutions.
Get back in the conversation. Call Renewed Hearing Solutions today.
Are you on the hunt for a new home? Maybe you're a growing family looking to expand your living situation, or you find your current space too large and you're simply looking to downsize. Whatever your needs, contact Charity Kastner, Realtor with RSR Realtors today. Charity knows the local real estate market and she will find the right home for you. Charity Kastner isn't just a Mechanicsburg-based realtor, she's a Mechanicsburg mom. And after all, mother knows best. Just ask her kids. Make the move today by calling Charity Kastner at 717-557-9312 or rsrrealtors.com to find your first or next home sweet home.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome you back here to Conestoga High School here in Berwyn, Pennsylvania. Again, that coach's eye view. It's going to be an adventure, folks. We're so glad you're here with us. So Ben Shad here in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. We're just minutes away from tip-off, so let's take some time and recognize that Wildcat Athletics would like to recognize the Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department for their continued support of our web streams. With the Recreation Department here in Mechanicsburg, you can immerse yourself in a world of excitement and discovery. From creative crafts, dance, to fitness opportunities and family fun, they offer something for everyone. Don't miss out on fantastic experiences that inspire, enrich, and bring the community together. Visit mbgsd.org and click on the Recreation tab, or drop by their office at the Trails and Trees Environmental Center. Mechanicsburg Area Recreation, where every moment is a new adventure. Captains and coaches meeting just breaking up at center court. Coach Gaffey making his way back to the bench along with his assistants. Warm-up still getting their last few moments in. Conestoga will be in their home white uniforms today with a maroon cursive Conestoga across the front. Silver numbers on the front and backs of those jerseys with maroon and silver bars along the sides and maroon trim. For Mechanicsburg, they'll be in the maroon uniforms today with the silver Wildcats across the front. Silver numbers on the front and backs of those jerseys. Silver and white accents along the sides of those uniforms. Maroon and silver meets maroon and silver here in Conestoga. It's an absolutely packed house here in Berwyn, Pennsylvania. Everybody jammed in. Student section in the opposite corner, right across from me to the right of our cameraman, Kevin Nutt, who is right by the scorer's table and the bench. So for all of you folks who are big fans of Coach Gaffey, including Mrs. Gaffey, we know you are watching at home, you'll be getting a good view of your husband quite a bit throughout this one, whether you like it or not. As always, our stream is presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. We thank you all so much for tuning in with us throughout this entire season. It should absolutely be a blast for this state tournament game as both teams make their way back to their respective benches. So packed we couldn't even set up anywhere in the stands. The energy is going to be electric. Very different from when these Wildcats were bounced out of the tournament last year in Altoona, a cavernous gym with lots of space. The stands were not nearly as filled. Here it is a very different story. They are packed like sardines as they are getting ready here. Both teams making their way back to respective benches. We'll go ahead and let our public address announcer take over with the announcements of the starting five. Anthem has been played. Lineups are set. We're just about ready for state tournament basketball here from Conestoga. It's the Pioneers and the Wildcats. Tip-off ready in just a moment. Again, the winner of this one plays Hazleton area on Wednesday, March 12th at a neutral site between these two teams. It's going to be an absolute blast, folks. We thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, we understand that the view you have is not the best, but it's the best that we can do given the circumstances here. Every seat is filled, capacity crowd, and maybe then some here at Conestoga Senior High School. Wildcats out on the court in their maroon, Conestoga in their white. Liam Owens out for the tip for Mechanicsburg. To meet him, Corey Hogan. Student section looking to get the crowd going. Everybody getting set. Trying to get the right matchup. It's some stalling tactics from Mechanicsburg. They want to get the right height on everybody. Now we're ready, referee. There's Coach Gaffey. We're going to be seeing it through his eyes. Tip is up, goes to Smith. We're underway here from Conestoga High School. It is Smith quarterbacking the play for the Wildcats. Smith gives out to Janoski at the top. Janoski looking, finds Owens on the far side. Owens hands off to Smith. Smith well back, trying to work his way through. Bounces off the defender. Smith putting it through. Passes wary. Bea gets it back. Now to Janoski. Janoski now at the top. Looking to move to his right. Janoski puts a little stab step. Gives out to Bardo. Bardo finds Bea. Bea looking for the signal. Gives to Janoski at the top. Janoski swinging through. Back out to Bea. Now to Smith. Smith now gets the reset from Coach Gaffey. He gives the signal. Owens with it on the wing. Owens looking, finds Bea on the far side. Bea now to Smith. Smith through the paint, dropping it off for Bea. Now to Janoski. Unloads the three. Bang! Chance Janoski opening up with a huge three. The Wildcats take the early lead. Now it's the Pioneers' turn to respond. Miller gives on the inside to Hogan. Hogan looking for the option, goes to the far side. Trying to move it through the paint is Gibbs. Gibbs gives it to the near side for Miller. He'll unload a three off the face of the iron, no good. It falls for Smith. Smith on the fast break. Smith going up, puts it up, rattles out, and Conestoga get it back. Pioneers get it back, still 3-0 Mechanicsburg on that far side wing. Working it out to the top. Gibbs, he'll unload a three off the base of the iron, no good. Bea gets it back. The Wildcats will reset. Smith takes it up. Looking, moves to his left, finds Janoski. Plenty of space. Janoski moving to the right. Moving screen, gives it out to Bordeaux. Now to Bea at the top. Bea looks, scans, finds Smith. Smith, little stab step, turns, just doesn't see anything just yet. Gives to Janoski, thought about another one. Will slow things down, gives to Bea. Coach Gaffey asking his team to reset the play into the corner, back out to Bardo. He swings with it. Now to Owens at the top. Owens can't shake his man. He finds Bea. Bea looks, finds Smith. Now to Owens. Owens out to Janoski. Thought about it. Now finds Smith. He'll try one from three. That one does not go. Rebound taken away by Rowan Miller. And the Pioneers going the other way with it. Ben Robinson making his way through the paint. Puts it up off the glass and good. Ben Robinson gets the Pioneers on the board. 3-2 Mechanicsburg on top. 5 minutes to go here in the first. And a timeout. An early one taken by Coach Gaffey. We're going to go ahead and step aside. Be right back for you here on Go Mechanicsburg. Now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcoming you back here to Conestoga High School, the site of this first round game between the Mechanicsburg Wildcats and the Conestoga Pioneers. Ben Shad happy to bring you the action here from Berwyn, Pennsylvania. Smith escapes the double team, gives it out to Bea. Bea working on through, finds Owens, and Owens will slow things down, give out to Bardo. Now to Smith. Smith to Owens, dropping it down low. Janoski, his shot too strong. Rebound taken away by the Pioneers. Here they come the other way. Looping it out to O'Brien, back out to Miller. Miller goes and finds Robinson. Now on that far side, Gibbs. Back to the near side, taking it through the paint, and a foul against Owens. That's the first against Mechanicsburg. They'll go ahead and reset. Substitution early on here for Mechanicsburg. Coming back into the ball game is the 6'2 junior forward, number 15, Noah Apple. So Coach Gaffey not afraid to use the resources off his bench early on. Drop that one down low, trying to get with his Corey Hogan. In the inside, and that's a kicked ball. So we'll go ahead and reset. Pioneers with it under the bucket, trying to loop that one out. They get it to Robinson. On that far side wing, a little handoff from Gibbs. 3-ball from the corner, no good. Smith flying in for the rebound. Smith takes it up the floor, gives to Janoski on that wing, unloads another three. No good off the side of the iron. Apple trying to corral it. Foul on the floor against the Pioneers. That's their first. Looks like it's against O'Brien, his first. PA announcers not giving us any help in this gymnasium, so we're just going to have to try and take our words for it here in the corner of Conestoga. On the inside, Owens off the glass and good. Liam Owens right off the inbound. Nobody was paying attention to him. Pioneers the other way. Miller takes it to the near side corner. Handoff goes to the top. Working it all the way around are the Pioneers. Working through the paint is Robinson. His fadeaway, no good. Rebound falls to the floor. Smith with some great moves to escape his man. Smith jump pass, finds Apple in the corner. Owens, he'll unload one off the inside and out. But here to save the day was Noah Apple. He came out of nowhere and put that shot right back. 7-2 Wildcats. Hogan at the top. Pioneers looking for a bucket. Gibbs on his way in, and a foul. He'll shoot two from the line. Couple of Wildcats in that area. Looks like it is Smith who is the guilty party. Scoreboard is not even telling us who's getting the foul, so you're just going to have to take my word for it, folks, and we'll sort everything out later. First shot from Gibbs is up and rattles out. Second shot up. That one does fall. So Gibbs goes 1 of 2 from the line. Makes it a 7-3 ball game. Full court press continues from Mechanicsburg. Smith double teamed in the corner. Gets it out. Finds Janoski. Janoski taking it up the floor. Waits. Takes the mid-range shot. In and out. Rebound taken away by the Pioneers. Taking it up is Miller. Miller on the inside through the paint. The shot does not go. Smith gets the rebound as Hogan couldn't get it. On the inside, Janoski through the paint. Off the glass and good. Chance Janoski with a kiss off the glass, and that forces a timeout out of Conestoga. Looks like it's a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside. Be right back for you here on Go Mechanicsburg. Now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells, officer, officer, they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie is delicious.
Welcome you back here to Conestoga High School. Wildcats up 9-3 here against the Pioneers. Winner advances to the second round Wednesday, March 12th against Hazleton area. The 12-12 second seed out of District 2 came away with the win, and coming up with the bucket is Ben Robinson for the Pioneers. 9-5 the score. Toss goes to Bardo on the inside. Smith, it's stolen away, and a foul against Smith. Believe that's his second. So Pioneers will once again reset. 2:45 left to go here in the first. 9-5 our score. Pioneers have it at the top on the near side wing. It's Robinson. Robinson thought about pulling up, gives on the inside to Hogan. Hogan trying to battle his way through the paint. Smith comes away with the steal. He picked his pocket and wins possession back for Mechanicsburg. Smith gets the play. Running the signals. Smith finds Apple. Now to Bardo. Bardo shaking through, gives to Apple at the top. Now to Yanoski. Yanoski thinking about it. Finds Smith. Now to Owens. Owens through the paint, puts it up. Too strong on the shot. No foul. Pioneers going the other way with it. Taking it through is Miller. Miller through the paint, stops, turns, and a travel violation. Wildcat basketball. Want to remind you folks that the Wildcat Foundation would like to thank its sponsors, Taste of Mechanicsburg vendors, auction item donors, and all of those who attended the 2025 Wildcat Foundation Night during the weekend of February 21st. Thanks to the outstanding support of the Mechanicsburg Area School District community and the leadership of event coordinator Courtney Farinelli, the event will raise close to $50,000 in support of the foundation's work. Smith running through the paint, trying to put it up, gets it out, it's deflected, he keeps it alive. Finds Yanoski in the middle. He'll go ahead and settle things down. He'll give to Owens. Now back to Yanoski. They get the play back. Yanoski trying to work his way through, putting on some moves. The fadeaway doesn't go. Miller again taking it up for Conestoga. On that far side, Robinson. Robinson barking the play. Robinson sees a lane, puts it up, off the glass and good. Ben Robinson leading the way with 6 of Conestoga's 7 points. It's a one-possession ball game, 9-7, with a minute left to go here in the first. Smith has it. Mechanicsburg might just wind this all the way down to the final shot. Right now, an intense stare down. This gym falls to a little discord. Smith now with some motion. 35 seconds left to go. Nothing doing. He gives to Bardo. Bardo on the near side, trying to shake out of some swipes. 25 seconds left to go. Bardo finds Smith. 20 seconds left to go. Back to Bardo. Bardo with it. Trying to find Yanoski with a little slide. Gives back to Smith. 12 seconds left. Smith. 9 seconds left. Smith gets the play. 7 seconds left. Smith looking, waiting for the screen. Smith trying to work it through. The double team loses the ball. It falls to the floor. Put up at the buzzer. No good. And we head to the end of the first frame. 9-7 our score. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. Be right back for you here on Go Mechanicsburg. Now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Craig was in the Rockies and had to cut his ski trip short because he was having severe knee pain.
Lauren came in, she was really discouraged. She had tried 3 months of therapy, nothing was working. She really wanted to get back to volleyball.
We found that he had severe arthritis in both knees and his hip.
She needed shoulder arthroscopy with slap and posterior labral repair.
Simultaneous bilateral total knee replacements.
6 months of recovery and Lauren's back, happy as ever.
3 months after his final surgery, Craig sent us pictures of him skiing the Rocky Mountains. And that's what makes our job here at OSS Health so fulfilling.
Welcome you back here to Conestoga High School. Apologies for the black screen, folks. Had to do some adjustments to our camera. But again, we are packed like sardines here at Conestoga High School. 9-7 our score. Mechanicsburg on top here against the Pioneers. Right now the clock showing 80. And looks like the referee's on it. So we have a little time to remind you that the Wildcat Foundation will begin accepting applications right now, actually, for scholarships to be awarded to senior students at Mechanicsburg Area Senior High School. The foundation administers 5 scholarships to be awarded each spring, totaling more than $36,000. The deadline for applications will be early April. For more information, visit wildcatfoundation.org. Pioneers back to work, trying to tie this game up or even take the lead. A defensive battle between these two teams so far. Could argue the Wildcats have had the upper hand, but the Pioneers battled back after their timeout. Bounce pass goes to Luke Hunter, the 6'5 sophomore forward, checking in, bringing some size for the Pioneers. Down the baseline, pass goes Wary. And that one does not go. Owens gets it back. Wildcats head the other way. 9-7 our score, 7.5 left to go here in the second quarter. Smith airs it out to Bardo with space. Gives back on the inside. Smith is triple teamed. Gets it out. No foul. And this one all the way on the fast break. Going the other way with it. Robinson. He'll put it up. No good. But he'll shoot 2 from the line. Bardo looks like he is the guilty party. That's his first. And that'll allow Conestoga to shoot 2 from the line. Gibbs was 1 of 2 in the only trip to the charity stripe so far. Now it is Ben Robinson's turn. Again, he has 6 of the 7 Conestoga points on the board right now. Shot is up. Too strong off the base of the iron, no good. Checking in for the Pioneers, the sophomore 6'1 guard, number 3, Sonny Tamala. And also checking back in is number 14, Sam Gibbs. Second shot is up. Too strong off the rim. Bardo, the tough rebound. An empty trip for Ben Robinson. 9-7 our score remains. Both these teams struggling on offense out the gate. On the inside, Owens. Hand off to Smith. Through the paint. Kicks it into the corner. Janoski thought about it. Puts on some moves. Janoski's pass deflected. Out of bounds. Stays with the Wildcats. They aired all the way back out to Noah Apple. Finds Janoski on that far side wing. Janoski making his way to the top. Now to Bardo. Bardo fakes. Trying to make his way through the paint. Drops it down low for Owens. Runs out of room. Finds Janoski. Janoski sees a lane through the paint. Tries to put it up. And they're going to call a foul. A late whistle. But Janoski is going to shoot 2 from the line. Foul is against Sonny Tamala, I believe. Again, folks, I am all the way in the corner. You're just going to have to take my word for it. We'll confer at the half to make sure everything's correct. As a substitution here for the Pioneers, Corey Hogan checks back in. Just results in possession for Mechanicsburg. They are not shots. And a no-look pass to Smith. It rolls out. That's a typical surefire play from Coach Gaffey, but that time it rolls out. It's been tough for both teams. In the corner, Tamala with it. Tamala on the inside to Hogan. Back out to Miller. Miller goes to Tamala. Now on that far side wing, Gibbs. Back to Miller. He'll put the long distance shot up, and it's good. Three-pointer from Rowan Miller. He's on the score sheet, and the Pioneers take a 10-9 lead. 6 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Apple to Bardo. Bardo inside. Gives to Janoski. His 3-ball in response. Bang! Chance Janoski answers right back with a 3 of his own. It's a 12-10 lead for Mechanicsburg. Pioneers have it. Miller trying to work his way through. A little give and go. Miller through the paint, gives it back out. It's Hogan. Hogan now trying to battle with Bardo. Hogan, cross-court pass to Mala. His three-pointer off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, and a foul against Conestoga. It's going to go against Corey Hogan. That's his first. Wildcats will get possession. 5.5 left to go here in the second quarter. A substitution for Conestoga as Shane O'Brien checks back in. God, you can just feel the tension in this arena right now. A lot of people, and a lot of them eerily silent because it's just been so tight right now. Janoski through the paint, a couple of moves, trying to spin pass, drops it off for Bardo. Fans from Conestoga want a travel. They don't get it. Janoski has been slip-sliding on this floor. Not sure if it's shoes or what. Bardo trying to pressure up the baseline, and a blocking foul against Conestoga. Pioneers already with 3 fouls in 3 minutes. Believe it goes against Sam Gibbs. Head coach Sean Forsyne trying to plead his case. Meanwhile, Janoski through the paint, loses the ball, picks it up off the floor. Janoski lost it again, no foul. Pioneers going the other way. Miller trying to make his way through the paint. Miller, and that one goes out of bounds into the student section. Mechanicsburg get it right back. Owens almost blending in with that student section. With all of their maroon shirts, a maroon out for the Conestoga faithful. You can see all of them in that corner. Smith finds Apple. Apple gives it to Bardo. Bardo, little pop pass to Smith. Smith through the paint, kicks in the corner. Owens lines up the three. It's there! Liam Owens from beyond the arc. It's a 15-10 game. Miller up to the top for Gibbs. Janoski holding him close, near side wing Robinson. Gibbs lines up a three, does not go. Owens the rebound. Smith takes it up the floor, gets the play from Coach Gaffey. He'll signal it to the rest of his team. Now to Bardo, out to Janoski. Apple, bounce pass to Smith in the corner. Smith working his way up the baseline. It's a double team. Gets it to Owens. He corrals it off the floor. Calming things down, gives it out to Janoski. A new play coming from Coach Gaffey. Janoski to Apple on that far side wing towards the top. Now to the near side, Smith. Back out to Bardo. He has plenty of space. Bardo through the paint. The feather touch shot, and it's there. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Justin Bardo. So the bucket does not count. Bardo hit with the charge. And we got a timeout taken by Coach Gaffey. We'll go ahead and step aside. Be right back for you here on Go Mechanicsburg. Now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
At Bobby Ray Hall, it's about doing the right thing, starting with our vision that clients deserve great service at a fair price. We understand this can only happen with great team members. Doing what's right includes supporting local charities, youth sports, and first responders. It extends to the environment and why we reclaim rainwater for car washes and recycle used oil. We want to thank our loyal clients for recognizing us by voting Bobby Ray Hall simply the best of Harrisburg for 21 years in a row. Experience the Bobby Ray Hall difference and find out more at BobbyRayHall.com.
Welcome you back here to Conestoga High School. Ben Shadd here in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth here in the corner of the gymnasium. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. 3:43 left to go here in the second quarter. A defensive battle between Mechanicsburg and Conestoga. 15-10, the Wildcats on top. Coach Gaffey using the second of his timeouts. Trying to draw up the play, and the referees holding the game so that way folks can get back to their seats. What little of them are left available, again, cannot overstate it enough. This box is packed full of people. It's kind of almost a good thing we have all this equipment to pick up and go home with, because that parking lot is going to be a nightmare. But right now we're focused on the game. 15-10, Mechanicsburg on top. But Conestoga still holding close. Robinson through the paint, puts it up, no good. Owens the rebound. Pioneers are trying everything on offense, and very few shots have been able to fall. Wildcats, if they can get into a rhythm, can take control of this game early on, but right now it is still close. Smith hands off to Apple. Apple, cross-court pass to Owens, now to Bardo on the wing. Bardo's pass is tipped. Smith flying through the air, saves it, keeps it alive. Bardo back to Smith. Smith gets the play. Smith through the top, through the paint. Euro step, scoop, and score! Josh Smith finally gets on the scoreboard. 17-10, Wildcats on top. 3 minutes left to go here in the second. Miller telling his team to calm down. Gibbs Gives to the near side. Robinson. Bounce pass on the inside. It's Hogan. Hogan, it's stripped loose. Janoski comes away with it. Janoski gets the direction from Coach Gaffey to slow things down. Smith running the play. He breaks the timeline. 2.5 left to go here in the second. Apple kicks it to Janoski at the top. Little swing. Gives to Apple. Now to Bardo. Near side wing. Bardo hands it off to Smith. Smith looking. Thought about it, will now slow things down. Gives out to Janoski on that far side. Wildcats will control the tempo. Janoski with it. Finds Owens in the corner. Owens with some space. Finds Smith at the top. Smith looking. Out to Apple. Back to Smith. 2 minutes left to go. Smith with a little bit of a revolving screen around him. Puts it up. Gets it to go! Josh Smith from beyond the arc. It's a 10-point lead for Mechanicsburg. Miller to Hogan. Far side wing. Pioneers need a response through the paint. Put up and good and one for Sam Gibbs. Foul goes against Smith, I believe. And if that is true, that's his third. In the district tournament when the Wildcats got eliminated, sent down to the consolation bracket, part of it was due to Smith fouling out. Shot is up and good. Gibbs converts the three-point play. He's 2 of 3 from the line, only 4 points to his ledger so far on the afternoon. Janoski has it, gives out to Apple. Apple, bounce pass into Owens, mid-range shot there! What a response from Mechanicsburg. A quick bucket, 22-13. 90 seconds left to go here in the second. Miller with it, with space, the fadeaway, no good. It falls right to Smith. Smith gives it out to Janoski. Janoski, the Euro step through the paint, rattles out. Coach Gaffey was signaling a play. The players didn't get it. Conestoga get it right back. Wing three on the way, it's there! Shane O'Brien gets the crowd back into it with a wing three. And just like that, the Pioneers back within 6. 1 minute left to go here in the second. And we'll see what Mechanicsburg do this time around. Owens in the corner, shaking the elbows. Gives a little charge, waits for reinforcements. Pass to Janoski. It's snuffed out. A sliding interception. This one aired out all the way to the corner. Bounce pass on the inside to Hogan. Hogan trying to put it up. He's blocked. Bardo comes away with it. Owens gets it back. Smith has it. 30 seconds left here in the half. Smith will slow things down. The Wildcats are going to take the final shot. Smith at the top. Conestoga there to meet him with Ben Robinson. 10 seconds left. Smith with it. Waiting for the motion. 7 seconds. Smith through the screen. Smith a double team. Cross court to Bardo. Bardo puts it up at the buzzer. It falls short, out of bounds. And that will take us to the end of the half. Mechanicsburg 22-16. Now hold on, folks. Hold on. They're saying... Well, the referee was making a signal. Everybody's making their way back to the benches. So we will head to the half after all that. Wildcats up 22-16. We're going to go ahead and take a halftime break. Check in with Foundation Facts. We got a new one for you featuring Jeff Brett right after this on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
The Wildcat Foundation is Mechanicsburg Area School District's education foundation. Established in 1998, the foundation raises and distributes funds that support students in education, wellness, cultural awareness, and athletics. The Wildcat Foundation has also awarded hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships to support students' higher education. Learn more and donate today at wildcatfoundation.org.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville and GoMechanicsburg.com.
Hello, Wildcat fans, and thanks for tuning in for this varsity contest on GoMechanicsburg.com and now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg, as always, presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. We'll get you out to the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth in just a bit, but right now it's time for our halftime segment, as always, presented by the Wildcat Foundation. And this is Foundation Facts, and today I am joined once again by Jeff Pratt. Jeff, thanks for coming back on.
Thanks for having me, Ben. Appreciate you doing this stuff for us.
Of course, always glad to have you around. And at the time of this recording, spring is slowly making its way in the air. We've entered the month of March. We've been advertising you guys a lot, but now there's some new things coming up on the horizon. Go ahead and give us the lowdown on that.
Sure. We head into the spring's part of the year, and this is where we start working on our scholarships and our grants. The scholarship process opens up next week with applications. The deadline's April 9th, and we're going to go through a review period where we pick out and hand out with our community partners to seniors at Mechanicsburg Area High School.
And give us a breakdown of kind of what these different scholarships are for, who they're open to. Are there any kind of niche ones, or are these more open to just the general Mechanicsburg seniors?
Sure. So 5 years ago, we had one scholarship, and we still have it today. It was our original scholarship in a partnership with the Mechanicsburg Club. And we give out four $4,000 scholarships each year to a graduating senior from that partnership of an endowment they set up. So that's the one we've been running since 2012. But in the past 5 years, we've added 5 more scholarships. We have 2 new ones this year. What's kind of cool about everything when we do these scholarships, some of it's based on our work, some of it's based on partnerships within the community. That's how the Mechanicsburg Club started. And the newest one we have it's called the Janet B. Wentz English Award. And it started from an estate planning for Janet B. Wentz was a teacher at Mechanicsburg Area High School from 1965 until 1988. She was the department chairperson. She was the coach of the speech team. And she passed away about a month ago. She was age 95. And as part of her son settling that estate, he made a donation to us to establish this award that will go to an outstanding English student in the senior class. So we're facilitating that right now. Mrs. Wentz had worked at the Patriot News. She had a big part of the school here, and where she had been, a lot of people had known her, and her son wanted to establish something that would honor her memory and her commitment to the school district. So it's kind of neat what can happen with this and how you remember people in the past from Mechanicsburg. The other one we're doing is our foundation board. We have 21 volunteer members. We're setting up a scholarship through our foundation board, which was a way for our board members to start contributing into what we can do to help Mechanicsburg seniors too. That'll be a $750 or a $1,000 award that will go to the pool of applicants we get for all of our other scholarships, and we'll pick someone out of there that we find deserving for it. The other 4 scholarships we have that are in place now on top of those, or the other 3 scholarships on top of those 3, are the Charles H. and Jane Eagle Diller Business Scholarship. This partnership this will be its 5th year. Jane and Charles are local residents. Jane is a graduate of Mechanicsburg Area High School. They have ties to multiple school districts and to Shippensburg University. They've made donations over the past 4 years. This will be the 5th year for the award. It's a $20,000 scholarship to a business or entrepreneurship major for somebody from a senior in the class. It's $5,000 a year for 4 years. So it's the biggest scholarship we offer and partner with. The Dillers are extremely generous. They have their ties to Shippensburg University or into some of their business programs and everything too. So they set this up at a couple different school districts, including ours. It's a very, very generous scholarship offer. Then we have the Stock and Leader Scholarship, which is a $1,000 scholarship award that's going to be in its 4th year. Established with Stock and Leader, and it's partnered with one of our board members, Gareth Bahoka, who matched their $500 donation and made it a $1,000 scholarship. That goes to a senior who will be majoring in English and or law. And then the scholarship we added last year, another partnership within the community, also through an estate planning, is the Larry Carey Memorial Military Award. Larry Carey was a resident of Upper Island Township, longtime resident, and he passed away last year. He was former military. He was in the Navy, served as a fleet master, chief petty officer for 20 years of service. So through the people planning his estate, they made a donation to our foundation that we give out 2 $500 awards each year for the next 10 years to any senior who's going to enlist in the military. So last year was the first year we gave out those awards. Very generous donation on their part again, and another way to honor someone's memory and a big part of the community.
Absolutely. And it sounds like
these scholarships are starting to cover a lot more bases as more and more of them come through. So for anybody who's watching who may be interested in applying or maybe wants to start a scholarship of their own, or at least kind of get the conversation going, where should they go for that?
So it's wildcatfoundation.org is our website, and we'll send out information to the senior class and to the district next week for the scholarships opening. We'll tell some of these stories of how these things came about. The partnerships grow because people want to find generous ways to help the school district and to help senior students. And if you have kids in college, and I do, I mean, everything counts. Any amount of money you get is a big boost for this stuff. The nice part is, as these have developed, is hitting different areas. So you can find, because kids major in different things. And we award these at our senior awards night at the high school, which is May 22nd this year. And when you sit there and you hear all of the scholarships available to Mechanicsburg area seniors, it's pretty impressive and amazing what people do to try to help the future of what's coming out of this high school. And the stories behind some of them are pretty amazing.
So for all those seniors tuning in, at least take it from me, I'm still paying off my loans. And man, even a $500 scholarship, man, it goes a long way.
Yes.
You're slacked with this stuff going into your adult life. I'm not trying to make it bleak, but hey, the truth is the truth, So get to applying to those scholarships. Make sure you visit wildcatfoundation.org. Jeff, anything else before we wrap up here?
Echoing just what you said, seniors should apply for this stuff. We hear different things different years, and maybe I won't get it, or I don't qualify, or there's too many people applying. You should always apply for these scholarships. Whatever is out there, you should take any chance you get. These people want to help seniors that are coming out. So put your application in, and you'll be surprised what you can get and what comes out of it. And again, your parents will be pleasantly surprised. So if you get something.
All right. Well, Jeff, thank you so much, folks. This has been Foundation Facts presented by the Wildcat Foundation. Learn more about them and apply for those scholarships online at wildcatfoundation.org. We're going ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have second half action for you right here on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
A deck where memories are made, barbecues are grilled, and sunsets are savored. But let's face it, not all decks are created equal. Enter Westshire Decks. We're not your average deck builders. Precision is our mantra. We don't just build decks, we craft outdoor living spaces tailored to your dreams. With Westshire Decks, you get seasoned experts who know decks inside and out. So why settle for a deck that's just okay when you can have one that's extraordinary? Westshire Decks, where craftsmanship meets creativity. Give us a call today and come see how we are different.
Are you on the hunt for a new home? Maybe you're a growing family looking to expand your living situation, or you find your current space too large and you're simply looking to downsize. Whatever your needs, contact Charity Kastner, Realtor with RSR Realtors today. Charity knows the local real estate market, and she will find the right home for you. Charity Kastner isn't just a Mechanicsburg-based realtor, she's a Mechanicsburg mom. And after all, mother knows best. Just ask her kids. Make the move today by calling Charity Kastner at 717-557-9312 or rsrrealtors.com to find your first or next home sweet home.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome you back here into the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Hi, folks. There I am in the corner, and there the Mechanicsburg Wildcats are with a 22-16 lead. Second half just about to start. As always, our stream is presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. Let's go over the leading scorers. First for Conestoga, Ben Robinson leads the way with 6. Sam Gibbs behind him with 4. Rowan Miller and Shane O'Brien both with 3. For the Wildcats, Chance Janoski leads the way with 8. Liam Owens with 7. Josh Smith with 5. And Noah Apple with 2. In terms of foul trouble, Josh Smith with 2 fouls, as does Justin Bardo. Chance Janoski has 1, and Liam Owens has 1. For the Pioneers, Sonny Tamala, Sam Gibbs, Shane O'Brien, and Corey Hogan, all with 1 foul apiece. It will be the Wildcats to open with the ball here in the third quarter with a 6-point lead, a 9-7 first quarter, a 13-9 second quarter. Both teams with the halftime talk taking a lot more of their time out of the warm-ups. Both teams did not come out of the locker rooms until there were about 3 minutes left on the clock. Not a lot of time to shoot around. It's more strategy than anything as Smith waves the play. Gives to Owens here on the near side. Janoski in the corner. Janoski turns, finds Bardo at the top. Bardo off the screen, doesn't like what he sees. Now gets it out to Smith. Smith pushed high up, finds Bea on the far side wing. Bea back to Smith. Smith looking in the direction of Janoski. Dribbling free. Smith through the paint, draws the foul. We'll go ahead and reset. Foul is on Gibbs, I believe. First foul of the third quarter to either side. Owens to inbound right in front of you. Put on your 3D glasses. He gives it to Bardo in the corner. Bardo back out to Owens. Now to Janoski at the top. Janoski finds Smith. Smith dribbling through. He calls the play. Smith with some dribbles. Gives to Owens. Owens thought about it. Putting on some moves. Finds Bea on the far side. Bea looking. Doesn't like what he sees. Slows things down. Finds Janoski here on the near side. Janoski hands off to Smith right in front of you. Smith makes his way through the corner, battling up the baseline, and he just got the heel out of bounds, and all that time off the clock. They come away empty. Still 22-16, 6:50 left here in the third. Gibbs to inbound for Conestoga. And Coach Gaffey having a conversation with the referee. They're going to enter your frame right there. Conestoga get to work on the inside, falling to the floor, out of bounds. Wildcat basketball, they get it back. Calls for a foul, go unanswered. Noah Apple checks back in for the Wildcats. Bea coming back to the bench with a smile on his face. Smith finds Apple. Apple now to Bardo. Bardo to Smith. Smith, a lot of high screens from Conestoga. Smith breaks through, puts it on the paint, off the glass, and good! Josh Smith battling through the defense. 24-16, Wildcats up by 8. Miller, corner three on the way, it's good! Shane O'Brien. That's his second three of the afternoon. A much-needed one for the Pioneers. They're back within 5. Smith finds Janoski. Janoski with a little stutter step. Spin move, loses the dribble, but he's fouled. Mechanicsburg will reset. That foul goes against Miller. Wildcats to inbound. Bardo gets the play. Bardo finds Janoski in the paint. Janoski double team, swings through, puts it up. It rattles out. Pioneers get it back. Miller tosses to that far side. 3 on the way again. It's there! Shane O'Brien with another one. And a timeout taken by head coach Mike Gaffey. We'll go ahead and step aside. Be right back for you here on Go Mechanicsburg. Now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
The Turnbridge Group at RBC Wealth Management are proud supporters of Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. When you're faced with tough business, personal, and financial decisions, turn to the Turnbridge Group. They specialize in retirement planning and complex financial situations as their team helps you define and attain your goals, all while building a strong and caring relationship with you. Advisors Tim Engel, Jonathan Stow, and Nick Hansen are available for your call today. The Turnbridge Group, part of the community and for the community. Visit them online at turnbridgegroup.com or call 717-724-4225.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome you back to Conestoga High School. The 3 ball has come alive for the Pioneers. They brought it back to a one-possession game, 24-22, Mechanicsburg on top. Want to remind you, folks, that Wildcat Athletics would like to recognize the Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department for their continued support of our web streams. With the Recreation Department in Mechanicsburg, you can immerse yourself in a world of excitement and discovery. From creative crafts, dance, to fitness opportunities, and family fun, they offer something for everyone. Don't miss out on fantastic experiences that inspire, enrich, and bring the community together. Visit mbgsd.org and click on the Recreation tab, or drop by their office at the Trails and Trees Environmental Center. Mechanicsburg Area Recreation, where every moment is a new adventure. 5.5 left to go here in the third quarter. 24-22 our score. Smith, the mid-range, puts it up, and good! Smith banks it off the inside iron. Give him 9 points. He's come alive here in the second half. This one pushed in by Conestoga, and the ball's taken away. Owens comes away with it. Smith taking it up the floor. Wildcats up by 4. 5 minutes left to go here in the third. Smith backs off. Smith asking for the screen. Bardo comes up. Sets it. Smith scanning. Doesn't see the lane that he wants. Not just yet. Smith taking his time. The Wildcats very patient with the ball. Bardo, the three from the wing. It falls short, but Apple there to save it out of bounds, and Mechanicsburg get the ball. What a heads-up play from Apple as he crashes into the cameraman. What a hustle play from Noah Apple, and Mechanicsburg had no right to get that ball back, but Noah Apple soared in and took it away. Aiden Pinsker, the 6'even" junior guard. I'm still just in awe. That happened right in front of me, folks. That is hustle with a capital H. Bardo to inbound, airs it up, and a whistle on the inside. And possession's going to go right back to Conestoga. For what? I don't know. Remains 26-22, 4.5 left to go in the third. Miller takes it up the floor. Apple summoned off the bench yet again. He'll check in at the next stoppage. On that near side wing with it is O'Brien. O'Brien on the inside to Hogan. Trying to work his way through the paint. Put up and one for Conestoga. Ben Robinson. He'll have an opportunity for a three-point play from the line. Foul is against Owens, I believe. Robinson 0 of 2 in his earlier trip to the line. That foul one goes in and out. Still empty from the charity stripe. It's a 2-point game, 26-24. Wildcats on top. Smith gives to Bardo. Bardo to Janoski. Apple on that far side now finds Smith. Smith held close, gives on the inside to Owens. Owens is double teamed, looking, gets it out to Apple. Now to Bardo at the top. Bardo on the inside to Janoski, puts it up. Feather touch shot, it might have been blocked. Pioneers come away with it, an opportunity to tie or take the lead. Miller taking it up the floor. This gym finally getting some energy after they were nervous in that first half. Near side wing, it's O'Brien. To the top, Hogan. Hogan hands it off, three ball on the way, it's there! Sam Gibbs and Conestoga, they live and die by the three, and it has revived here in the third quarter, 27-26, the Pioneers on top. Here's Apple with it, gives to Bardo. Bardo thought about it, takes the long two, doesn't go, rebound fought for, and a foul against Mechanicsburg. It goes against Janoski. Pioneers will repossess. 3:12 left to go here in the third. Miller breaks the timeline. Smith holding him close. Bounce pass on the inside to Hogan. Hogan looking, gives it out, finds Miller. Miller asking for the screen. Smith staring him down. Finds O'Brien. O'Brien's three. It's there! Shane O'Brien, 12 points, all from beyond the arc, and a timeout by head coach Mike Gaffney. We'll go ahead and step aside. Be right back for you here on Go Mechanicsburg. Now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Does your property need a little TLC? Call Lawnscapes Inc. of Mechanicsburg today at 717-697-1833 and see how Wes Moret and his team can transform or maintain your residential or commercial property. From hardscapes to yard services of all types, tree and shrub service and more, this locally owned and operated business has you covered. Call today for your free estimate. Lawnscapes Inc. at 717-697-1833. That's 717-697-1833.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome you back here to Conestoga High School. The Pioneers with a 30-26 lead. The three ball has come to life for Conestoga after they couldn't get anything to fall in the first. It's now given them a 4-point lead here with 2:40 left to go in the third. Want to remind you folks that the Wildcat Foundation would like to thank its sponsors, Taste of Mechanicsburg vendors, auction item donors, and all those who attended the 2025 Wildcat Foundation Night during the weekend of February 21st. Thanks to the outstanding support of the Mechanicsburg area school district community and all the leadership of event coordinator Courtney Farinelli, the event will raise close to $50,000 in support of the foundation's work. Wildcats out of the timeout, down by 4. The momentum has swung in favor of the Pioneers, and this gym has roared here in this third quarter after they were on pins and needles all throughout the first. Janoski can't corral the ball, and it's a turnover. Was already thinking about pulling the trigger before he got it. Costly turnover, and the Pioneers will get it back. Two and a half left to go. Conestoga can now really take control of this one. Miller. Pass to the wing. Working through the traffic is Robinson. He's down low, double team, bounce pass on the inside, and one! Liam Owens hit with the foul. Believe it was Ben Robinson yet again. No, it was actually Shane O'Brien. This time going for 2, but can still make it a 3-point play. To put his team up by 7 and extend his team lead in points to 15. O'Brien's free throw is up and good. 15 points for Shane O'Brien. He had 3 in the entirety of the first half. He has single-handedly brought this Conestoga team right back in it. 2 minutes left to go here in the third. Mechanicsburg need points and bad. Smith finds Janoski at the top. Handoff goes to Smith. Smith is double-teamed, doesn't like what he sees. He finds Apple. Apple splits through the paint, gives to Janoski. Janoski trying to battle on through the fadeaway. It's there, Chance Janoski. He's now in double digits with 10. Wildcats back within 5. Miller makes his way up with Apple holding close. Little push off, no call from the refs. Coach Gaffey protests. And that one goes out of bounds. Wildcat basketball. 1:28 left to go here in the third. Mechanicsburg are not out of it just yet. The inbound goes all the way back to Smith. Toss goes to Apple. Apple now goes to Bardo. Bardo, handoff to Smith. Smith, just traffic all around, gives to Janoski. Janoski, the 3, it's going to fall short. And that one stayed in play for Conestoga, and they managed to get it away. Robinson takes it up the floor. Robinson held close by Owens, and there is a foul on the floor. That's foul number 4, or scoreboard reads 5 for Mechanicsburg. I believe that is Owens' 4th. And so Robinson will shoot 2 from the line. He is 0 for 3 in all his attempts so far. First shot is up and good. Robinson makes his first free throw of the afternoon. An opportunity for him to enter double digits and extend his team lead to 7. Second shot is up, and that one falls as well. Robinson's locked in from beyond the charity stripe. 7-point lead for Conestoga. Bardo gives to Janoski. Now to Apple. Bounce pass into Smith. Smith, a lot of traffic in front of him, and he draws a foul. Mechanicsburg will reset. I'm going to assume that's Corey Hogan, but I honestly can't tell you, folks. So Mechanicsburg will repossess. Get it out to Janoski. Drought pass to Apple. Apple held close, goes to Bardo. Bardo through the paint, puts it up off the glass, and good. Bardo looking for the and one. He doesn't get it. Out of bounds. Wildcats get it back. Bardo to inbound. Looking. Has to go to Janoski. He'll put one up. Bang! Chance Janoski! And a stoppage here. Janoski from beyond the arc. And I think they're going to hit Janoski with a technical. And Coach Gaffey having a conversation right there. Oh boy, if we had our camera mic operational. First shot is up and good for Shane O'Brien. Janoski ran into this problem last year. He celebrated, and I guess it was deemed unsportsmanlike by the officials. And they made it very clear at the start of this year's tournaments the gestures that you can and can't do. I honestly couldn't see what Janoski did, but referees say it was not sportsmanlike. 37-33 our score. Now Conestoga get the possession back. And you hate to think about it, but as we enter the final frame, that could be a deciding play. Miller with it. Gives it out to Gibbs. Near side wing, Robinson. Robinson held close by Owens. Robinson going up is blocked at the glass by Owens. Apple comes up with the rebound. Smith into Janoski, puts it up. Oh, it wouldn't count. Janoski couldn't get it to go. And we head to the final frame. The Conestoga Pioneers up by 4. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Final frame of action coming up for you here on Go Mechanicsburg. Now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Hey there, Wildcat fans. It's Mike Garland, voice of Wildcat Athletics. And that map you're looking at and those little blue pin drops, they represent the central Pennsylvania locations of our broadcast partners. From our presenting sponsor, 11 Oaks Farms, to the south and west in Newville, to one of our newest partners, True Green Lawn Care on the East Shore in Middletown, and everywhere in between, these are community-oriented businesses and their dollars are supporting Wildcat Athletics. So in turn, fans, I ask you to support them. Pick up the phone and price their services. Shop in their store locations. Tell them you heard about it during a broadcast of Wildcat Athletics. You can go to GoMechanicsburg.com right now and click on the live stream tab to learn more about each one of these great central Pennsylvania businesses. We thank them for their support, and I encourage you to support them in turn.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome back to Conestoga High School. Ben Shad in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. 8 minutes to decide a winner. 37-33 our score. The Pioneers to open with possession here in the final frame of action. The winner of this game plays Hazleton area at a neutral site on Wednesday, March 12th. The loser has their season end. The third quarter margin, 21-11 in favor of the Pioneers to bring us to 37-33. Pioneers looking to extend it. Hogan in the corner, works his way out, finds Miller at the top. Miller shouting the directions, working the near side wing. Miller through the paint, trying to get that pivot foot established. Hogan down low. Hogan, ball is loose, comes out, and it's taken away by the Pioneers. They'll reset. Miller gets it back. Miller trying to charge through the paint, closed off. Resets on the wing. Pseudo double team. Miller still with it, now in the corner. Miller trying to put on some moves, doesn't like what he sees. Miller now trying to move in, and an offensive foul against Conestoga. Miller with the push off. Mechanicsburg get it back. Can make it a one possession game with a bucket here. 7:12 left to go. Smith with it. Now gives to Janoski. Janoski being held close by Miller. Gives to Apple. Apple gives to Smith. Smith, the mid-range shot from the paint. Rattles out. Can't get his own miss. Pioneers come back. Robinson with it. Robinson and Owens almost came away with a clean steal, but he just got a piece. By my count, Owens has 5, but I guess that is not the case. Again, impossible to tell. The fingers are sideways from my vantage point in the corner, so I couldn't tell you who has how many fouls. Scoreboard and public address announcer not helping us out either. So we'll just fly by wire. Right now, Pioneers have it. O'Brien into the corner for Miller. Miller giving the directions. Still 37-33. Conestoga trying to wind the clock down. It's their friend, but for how long? Miller with it on the wing. Miller working his way through the paint. Puts it up off the glass and good. Rowan Miller. Just his second bucket. But it's a 6-point lead for Conestoga. 6 minutes and change left to go in regulation. Smith with it at the top. Finds Apple. Apple to Bardo. It's stolen away. Going the other way with it. Putting it up off the glass and good. Ben Robinson. Wildcats looking for the foul. They won't get it. Head coach Mike Gaffey's going to take a timeout. Want to remind you folks that the Wildcat Foundation is accepting applications for scholarships to be awarded to senior students at Mechanicsburg Area Senior High School. The foundation administers 5 scholarships to be awarded each spring, totaling more than $36,000. The deadline for applications is early April. For more information, visit wildcatfoundation.org. We got a timeout. We'll be right back here on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
Hey there, Wildcat fans. It's Mike Garland, voice of Wildcat Athletics, is proud to support Wildcat Athletics. Snappers is open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. and offers outstanding service and exceptional food and drink options, all at a fair price. Stop in for fresh seafood, delicious hand-cut steaks, and homemade pasta dishes. Snappers also offers a variety of sandwiches, fresh, crisp salads, and awesome appetizers. Dine in, carry out, or have your next big gathering catered. Snappers Bar and Grill. Call 717-697-9475 to learn more.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome you back here to Conestoga High School. Ben Shadd here in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. 41-33 our score. Under 6 minutes left to go in regulation. Mechanicsburg need to respond now if they want to keep their season alive. Bea back out there on the floor. He gives to Bardo. Bardo to Smith. Smith has it swiped from him for a second. Keeps the ball alive. Smith tossed to Janoski out of bounds. And Conestoga get it right back. A miscommunication between those two. It's very rare. But oh boy, could that be the costly play in this one. Conestoga. And a foul by Smith. Smith disagrees. Conestoga to inbound again. This time it goes to Corey Hogan. Bounce pass goes to Robinson. Robinson makes his way up the floor. Owens holding him close. Robinson through the paint, puts it up, is blocked! Owens comes away with it. Giving to Bea on the fast break. Bea puts it up, is blocked from behind, and they're going to call a foul. Bea's going to shoot 2. Believe the foul is against Robinson. Bea to shoot 2 from the line. Bea, the first Wildcat to shoot from the free throw line today. First shot is up, rattles out. Referee making sure everybody's good. Second shot from Bea is up. That one rattles out. Empty trip for Elijah Bea. 41-33 our score. Mechanicsburg running out of time to get back into this game. Miller takes it up the floor. Miller kicks it into the corner. Three ball on the way. Does not go. Smith comes away with the rebound. Smith charging up the floor. Plenty of pace. Smith trying to seek it through. Ball comes loose. Pioneers get it back. And a timeout taken by Conestoga. A 60-second timeout. We'll step aside. Be right back for you here on Go Mechanicsburg. Now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
A deck where memories are made, barbecues are grilled, and sunsets are savored. But let's face it, not all decks are created equal. Enter Westshire Decks. We're not your average deck builders. Precision is our mantra. We don't just build decks, we craft outdoor living spaces tailored to your dreams. With Westshire Decks, you get seasoned experts who know decks inside and out. So why settle for a deck that's just okay when you can have one that's extraordinary? Westshire Decks, where craftsmanship meets creativity. Give us a call today and come see how we are different.
We are dedicated to serving our members, associates, and communities because they give us purpose. We know we are stronger when we come together as one. We believe financial literacy is a key tool for personal well-being, economic stability, and a more secure financial future for everyone. And we are committed to providing all with access to financial wellness resources. We strive to deliver unparalleled experiences for our members through every moment and milestone. We are built by...
Welcome you back here to Conestoga High School. Ben Shad here in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. 41-33 our score. 5 minutes left to go in regulation. Wildcats, a couple of chances at buckets and turnovers, but unable to capitalize on them. This 8-point deficit, is it too much to overcome? Pioneers can come away with a huge bucket here in this one. Miller has it back in his own end. Bea holding him close. Miller making his way up the floor. Bea all over him. Miller still with it. Bea falls to the floor for a second. Pioneers keep it alive. Far side wing Robinson. Robinson almost poke free. Bardo holding close. Keeps it alive. Finds Miller. Miller doing battle with Bea. Miller bounce pass. Trying to get it into the corner. Out of bounds. Wildcat basketball. If it's going to happen, it's got to happen soon. Mechanicsburg need a huge bucket. 4.5 left to go, down by 8. Smith takes it up the floor. A lot of time coming off the clock. Have to wonder when Mechanicsburg need to put their foot on the accelerator. Smith off the screen, scanning. Doesn't like what he sees, goes up off the glass, doesn't get the roll. Robinson with it for the Pioneers halfway through this final frame of action. Conestoga up 41-33. Into the corner goes for O'Brien, and he is fouled. He takes a tumble. Foul is on the floor. And I believe the day is done for Josh Smith. So Apple is summoned off the bench. So 4 minutes left to go. Smith has fouled out. And boy, your catalyst, the guy you want to take over the game. Who can be the hero now for the Wildcats? This game is not over. Still 4 minutes left to go, only down by 8. You've come up with stops, but you need points. It's been a defensive battle so far. Bounce pass on the inside to Hogan. Hogan, the handoff goes to O'Brien. O'Brien finds Miller at the top. Miller held close by Bea. Toss on the inside to Hogan. Hogan looking, Bardo all over him. Hogan bounces into the paint, puts it up, no good, gets his own rebound, puts it up. He's fouled, and he'll shoot 2 from the line. Foul goes against Janoski. Wildcats 4th. Hogan making his first trip to the free throw line tonight. First shot up, and good. That's Hogan's first point of the afternoon. 3:37 left, but it couldn't come at a more important time to put his team up by 10 with 3.5 left. Shot is up, and that one rattles out. Apple comes away with the board, so it's still a 9-point lead for Conestoga. Janoski takes it up the floor. 3.5 left to go. Wildcats with no timeouts. Janoski's mid-range is blocked, but they're going to call a foul, and Janoski will shoot 2 from the line. Foul is against Robinson. Janoski's first trip to the free throw line. Good for Mechanicsburg to stop the clock and get points. First shot is up and good from Janoski. Give him 14. Second shot up, and it's there. Janoski ices both. 2 of 2 from the line. Wildcats back within 7. Taking it up is Gibbs. Gibbs, drop pass to Robinson. Robinson saw a lane, closed off on him. Robinson making his way through the paint, puts it up, off the glass and good. Ben Robinson. Owens was stuck in a tough spot. Didn't want to get hit with the foul and give him a 3-point play. Conestoga back up by 9. 3 minutes left to go. Janoski hands off to Bardo. He thought about it. Bardo battling through, puts it up off the glass. It rattles on home. Justin Bardo, through plenty of contact, gets the bucket. Hogan swings out of the contact. Hogan making his way up the floor. Bounces right on the line. He finds Miller. Bea all over Miller. Miller spins out of it, drops it down low. Hogan drops, puts it up off the glass. Corey Hogan, his first bucket in open play. The lead is back to 9. 2.5 left to go. The Wildcats need stops. Now they're getting the points. Apple off the screen, gives to Bea in the corner. Bea to Janoski. Janoski through the paint, spin move, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound taken away by Ben Robinson. Robinson charging on through, rising on up, is met with contact. He'll shoot 2 from the line. And Bardo is telling Coach Gaffey he believes his night is done as well. It's Bardo. Says he has 5. I only have him down for 3. But yes, he does have 5 fouls. And that'll summon Andrew Simpkins, the 6'2 forward senior. His first minutes of the afternoon with 2:05 left to go. Pioneers with an opportunity to put this game in a very comfortable position for them with a double-digit lead. First shot is up. No good. It's offline from Robinson. As Simpkins hits the floor, trying to back up. Getting a good rise out of the folks in the gymnasium. Robinson's second is up, and that one does not go. Rebound taken away by Conestoga. They'll go ahead and reset and shoot more time off that clock, and a foul by Janoski. And that will result in shots from the line, automatic. Wildcats have 5+ fouls here in the quarter. Sam Gibbs, 2 of 3 in his trips to the free throw line today. First shot is up and good. Conestoga up by 10 with 2 minutes left to go, and it's approaching the miracle stages here at Conestoga, especially with Bardo and Smith fouling out of this one. Second shot is up and good. Gibbs goes 2 of 2, give him 9 on the afternoon. It's an 11-point lead for Conestoga. Janoski, can he be the miracle man? Euro step is blocked. It's taken away. Pioneers get it back. Miller has it. Airs it to Gibbs. Goes back to Robinson. 90 seconds left in regulation. Robinson drops it into the corner. Through the paint, off the glass, and good. Sam Gibbs, he's in double digits. And with 1:15 left, a 13-point lead for Conestoga. The chance start from the Pioneer faithful. Owens, the three from the wing. It's there, Liam Owens. He's in double digits. That one stolen away, but Apple was out of bounds. His heel was on the line. Wildcats back within 10, and a timeout taken by Conestoga. It is a 60-second timeout. We'll step aside. Be right back for here. Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Seth Gardner for your personal price plan today.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com.
Welcome you back here to Conestoga High School. Ben Shad here in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. Conestoga up 50-40 with a minute left to go. It's not over yet, but we are approaching the miracle stages. Crazier things have happened in the sport of basketball, but Mechanicsburg looking for some kind of miracle to get back into this game and keep their season alive. The home run pass all the way to the other side of the gym, out of bounds. So the pass, no time off the clock, and the ball back on the baseline. Hold on a second, folks. We're not done yet. 1:02 left on the clock, down by 10. Wildcats get it right under the bucket. Owens to inbound into Simpkins, puts it up, and one, or not and one, he'll shoot two from the line. But only a second comes off the clock. He'll take the free points. Simpkins, his first chance at the free throw line tonight. First one is good. Second shot up, good as well. Simpkins ice cold from the free throw line, gets his team back within 8. Only 1:01 left on the clock. Bea holding close to Miller. Miller trying to get out of it. Miller takes it up the floor. Double team, managed to escape it. Gibbs at the top. Gibbs evades the push. Gibbs in the paint. Gives it back out to Robinson. Precious seconds off the clock for Mechanicsburg. Robinson trying to work it. Gibbs to the near side. Janoski finally with the foul. And that might be... And that is his 5th. So Janoski fouls out of this one. Gibbs waiting on the line. Or at least I thought. That's what I thought the buzzer was. Janoski, I think, now getting told he has 5 fouls. That'll summon Isaac Dolman, the 5'10 senior guard, off the bench. And Jacob Eager, the 6'2 junior guard, will come off the bench as well. First shot is up. No good from Gibbs. Also coming in for Mechanicsburg, the 6'1 senior forward, number 11, Owen Whitmer. Second shot from Gibbs is up, no good. Wildcats the rebound. 38 seconds left. Apple a little slow getting up the court. Gets yelled at, trying to bounce that into Simpkins, taken away by Miller. And we'll see if Mechanicsburg have any interest in fouling. Oh, 20 seconds left. The Conestoga fans rise to their feet. One more foul from Andrew Simpkins. And we'll have 2 more free throws, but that is all she wrote for Mechanicsburg's first foray into 6A. It is a first-round exit against a very tough District 1 champion in the Conestoga Pioneers. They will move on to face Hazleton area at a neutral site on Wednesday, March 12th at a time and place to be determined. First shot up and in for Ben Robinson. Give him 15 on the afternoon. Second shot up and good. Robinson makes both. 52-42 our score. 18 seconds left. Apple charging on in. Apple putting on some moves through the paint. Kicks into the corner. Long 2 on the way. Does not go. Battle for the rebound stays with the Wildcats. 9.8 left to go. Battling till the last horn sounds. Eager to inbound. Loops it to the top. Dolman with it. Gives to Simpkins. He'll fire up a 3. No good off the glass. And that will do it. Miller will dribble it out as Mechanicsburg's season comes to an end. 52-42 here against the Conestoga Pioneers. As we get one last view of the last handshake line, Conestoga moves on to play Hazleton area in the second round on Wednesday, March 12th. Mechanicsburg's season comes to an end. Again, the first chance at 6A. These boys battled tough. They gave us some great moments these past couple of years. And a new wave is on the way for Mechanicsburg. But for these seniors, this season ends a lot earlier than they had hoped. Well, folks, it's been an absolute blast to bring you all of these games this season. These Wildcats put up a heck of a fight. And Mike Garland and I cannot say thank you enough to all of you who have tuned in from October, November, December, and on for all of our streams up to this point throughout the year. For us, a much-needed break, if we're being honest, for us to recuperate and enjoy normal life for a little bit. But rest assured, Wildcat fans, we will be back with spring sports throughout April and May, and heck, maybe even early March. The broadcasting bug might just bite us right then and there. We'd like to thank Seth Behanich and Bob Strickler for all of their help in getting these streams together, their support, all of our sponsors that we have had throughout the season. Without them, it would not be possible to bring these streams to you. Again, I want to thank Mike Garland, the director-producer, the brainchild behind these streams, for putting it all together and for allowing me to hop on this broadcast day in and day out. And we thank all of you, our viewers at home, for tuning in and making it the reason why we do this for you, to provide these streams for free with support from the community. Obviously, also want to thank all of the people who have helped us out, the Schrasses, Kevin Nutt on camera, our score interface helpers as well. And lastly, I want to shout out my wife, Sarah, for all of her help as well. Why not? Thank you so much, honey, for your flexibility. And my cat, Hank, why not? He deserves a shout out too. Folks, again, it's been an absolute blast to bring you these games all season. Once again, the final score, Conestoga is moving on in the state tournament, 52-42. We will see you next time, Wildcat fans, in this spring season right here on Go Mechanicsburg, now on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg. Good night, folks, and we'll see you soon.
This has been a presentation of Mechanicsburg High School Wildcat Athletics, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com. Wildcat Athletics is presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, Bobby Ray Hall Automotive Group, Charity Kastner RSR Realtors, your neighborhood Chick-fil-A at Shepherdstown Crossing, Lawnscapes Inc., Members First Federal Credit Union, Operation Wildcat, OSS Health, now with 2 locations on the West Shore, Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department, RBC Wealth Management and the Turnbridge Group, Renewed Hearing Solutions, Sheets, Snappers Bar and Grill, Seth Gardner State Farm, your Harrisburg True Green Lawn Care, Westshire Decks, servicing all of Central PA, the Wildcat Foundation, and Wolf Brewing Company. The Mechanicsburg Wildcats. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on GoMechanicsburg.com and on YouTube at GoMechanicsburg. We'll see you again next time.